when I was reading the bit about familial love and stuff, I was like, wow. It kind of reshaped the way that I feel like when I have kids, how I want to treat them and how they deserve to be treated. Because I feel like I'm African from Somalia. Our parents don't really give us autonomy as kids. They don't give us autonomy as people as we get older as well. So I was like, I can't wait to have a kid. I'm just gonna be like, go run around, go do what you want.
Me, you, and the driver, we gotta get this photo together. We gotta get this selfie.
Oh, open it. Have you got a bag? A bag for f***ing what? You grocery shopping or something? You doubling up on these bags?
I was like, wow, women are incredible.
I've been out here every single weekend since I've been doing this, picking up people who have had amazing nights.
Off, mum, I'm sleeping. I'm staying here. Leave me alone.
I mean, I've always said this anyway, that this thing has killed me, but I can see I've aged. I look at my beard, mad grey hairs. It is mad.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a great way to encourage people to talk.
Sorry, say that again?
It's a great way to encourage people to talk.
It is. Well, sorry, that's a seatbelt sensor.
Oh, was that for me?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so, well, yeah, like when you're in a car all day, I guess you can find, I guess with where we are in society, people are here, there and everywhere, either like mentally or just with the fact they're actually rude. And then, I guess like, I've only just started my shift, so, and then I guess like if you're working a full day, which I will be today, like, you know, like interaction goes a long way, you know what I mean? So whether it's a case of just general conversation or playing like convo and chill, or this one here kind of thing with your conversation cards, and we can have a laugh and all that type of stuff, then it works well.
Yeah, that's such a great idea.
It works well.
Yeah, that's so cool. Usually like you don't really see as like interaction from or like someone that, you know, like, or anything like that. Usually it's kind of a thing like, oh, you know, how's your day, and then it's just quiet.
That's what a girl told me the other day. In fact, I was telling her about riders and how I see it from my side of the fence, and then she told me from her side of the fence, which is she finds, they say exactly what you just said, really. Yeah, so
which you find it a bit hard to interact and also kind of have a conversation with someone.
Sorry to cut you up. So is it a case of like, because certainly, let's say pre-pandemic, there's an argument that people did like conversation, but at the same time, there's almost a thing where like riders, they're happy to do the whole like, hello, how are you, all that type of stuff, but after that, they want to be left alone. Do you know what I mean? So would you say now, like you would prefer different?
No, I think I'm quite the same, just because I come like during COVID and during the pandemic, I still live with family. I was with family, and there's quite a lot of us at home, so I had interactions, like a lot of interactions, like every day. So it's so like for me, I love the quiet, but I think I'm just built for interactions anyway. Like I love talking to people and stuff like that. So I think I've just been quite similar back like before and like pre and post pandemic. So I'm not really sure. I do know I've heard that the sentiment from a lot of people that they do kind of wake up, they do crave like social interactions more.
Who's this?
Like,
people.
Yeah,
okay.
Like my friends and stuff like that lived alone, or you know, that didn't really get as much social interactions as other people. That's
funny, because although I totally agree with you, I guess in the car I find it to be a little bit different. But even away from that, so do you want to play a game of Convo and Chill?
We can. The ride is really short, but
yeah, that's fine. Literally, it'll be one question, or you either one pick up from.
That's fine. I'll grab one of these. Oh god, that one's.
Yeah, they can be a bit funny sometimes, but find one that maybe suits you or is cool.
Okay. How do you want to be shown love? What's your love language? Is it gifts? Words of
Okay, cool.
Touch, acts, service, or quality time?
Cool. Okay, cool. So I've had this question before. Someone picked that one up maybe a week or so ago. Okay. So I said I actually read a book on this. So I said this then as well. Okay. So I read a book called, I think, The 5 Love Languages. I forget who it's by. Okay. And generally, I love when people do something for me. So I think it's acts of service, because I think when I think the idea that someone's thinking of you, I think is really sweet. So for me, I think acts of service. But it's funny you even say that, because I was unsure that was the question, and I was thinking by way of even friends, how would you like to be shown love? Because it might be a little bit different. Okay, cool. And it might be very similar actually. I like to know that people are thinking of me. Do you know what I mean? So even though like I might not have seen you in a long time and stuff like that, you might feel the need to maybe pick up the phone, and call me, or just drop me a message. Hey, how are you? So on and so forth. And I guess like, I don't know how old you are, but like I'm 38, and what you can find sometimes is like life, you know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
And I think with that, people are very busy, etc., etc., and it's good to know sometimes that you're looking out for other people. You just want to know how people are. But with a couple minutes remaining, how do you like to be shown?
I think mine is words of affirmation, really. I think I've been super hyper independent my whole life. So being shown like that people actually see the work that I'm doing or see me is really nice to hear. I think just knowing like I've done this by myself for such a long time, and I do things by myself, and I've always been like, oh, you know, you get things done.
What's this way? What do you mean by this?
Like just in general in like life, in terms of like I feel like even with my family, my mum is very like reliant on me, so it's from a young age I've always been kind of pushed to not like how would I put this, like, so I guess I've been like raised in a way that like don't question things, just do it because you have to do it, and like don't be upset that, you know, things happen, and you know, like you don't really get shown a lot of like gratitude or a lot of like
cool, I understand
care,
that.
like a lot of care, like it's not used in like words, it's more so like and I know the way my mum is as well, she's not really a person that tells you how she feels. She might do something for you, but she's not the woman that are like, oh, I love you, I care about you, I do this for you. She's very much like, oh, I cooked dinner, oh, I cooked you this, oh, I cleaned this for you, I did your laundry. But it's kind of like, you also want to be told this. So I think in my adult life, I've been more so like, oh, that's fine if you do things for me, that's great, but I want to know that you're doing these things for me. Like, I want to hear it.
And what about in a relationship? So I don't know.
In a relationship as well, same thing.
Okay, cool. Okay,
For my friends, it's the same thing. Like, I want to know, like, what is it about me that you like, or what is it about me that, you know, you're like, that stands out to you, or just even hearing like compliments about things, or someone telling you like they're
that's
proud
really
of you.
important, by the way.
Yeah, like someone telling you that they're proud of you, like someone giving you that space and kind of for you to talk about your feelings, and then also being there to tell you like, you know, oh, this is how I feel about things as well, and I can see that you're working, or I can see that you're doing a really good job, or stuff like that. It's just, I feel like for me it's super important. Like, I think I just need to hear stuff from people.
Cool.
So, yeah.
And I guess what we're learning, and I know there's only a minute left. So what would you define as love? For me, like, it's my thoughts on love are kind of like forever evolving. So at this moment in time, there's a part of me that feels, yes, like you may feel, or you may have really strong emotions towards someone, but I guess for a relationship to be long lasting, ultimately is what you're prepared to kind of do for someone, because your relationship will have peaks and troughs. And I hate to actually go into a big whole definition, because ultimately I want your kind of view and opinion of it, but what would your view on love be based on that question as well?
Do you know what?
On love languages and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, like for the longest time I don't think I knew, and I still don't think, like, I'm in a relationship right now.
Cool.
And I think me and my partner, we talk about it all the time, like, and we're always kind of redefining what love means to us.
Nice.
And how
really
we,
nice.
yeah, like how we see.
That's a really good question, by the
how
way.
we see each other's, like, how we see each other's partners, how we can do better for each other and stuff like that. But I don't know, like, I remember there was this book, I can't remember who the author is, my mind is like crazy right now, but there's all about bell hooks. So that's what's literally
my bag right here. So that's the reason why I asked
but
you.
literally the first chapter is how she defines love.
Amazing. You know what?
I literally sat there and I was like, oh my god, she's done it for me. That's it. Like, I have it in my notes. Like, I genuinely have it in my notes.
But with that even being said, what I find amazing about the book is that, like, I think what people talk about when people talk about the book, they talk about that definition in the very beginning of the book. Yeah. But the whole book itself talks about love in general, and for me, that's what makes it really amazing for me, and that's why I love the book. You know what I mean? It's not just relationships.
I think the book is amazing so much. Like, I felt like there were so many parts that I felt like I was being read for Phil.
So literally just got a shape up, and I took the book with me into the barbershop, but I didn't get the opportunity to pick it up and really fix it in pages.
Yeah, no, but literally, it's one of the books that are so hard to read as someone that, I don't know where you're from, but obviously for me, I feel like my mum came from like a civil war poor. My mum's come from like a really difficult background. So for her, she was kind of surviving as opposed to actually being someone that was able and had the capacity.
Great context.
So
even in regards to the affirmation thing, because they got that tough love.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
literally,
So
like even my grandma lives with us now. Like obviously she's like quite sick, but my mum has it so tough looking after her, but she still has to get on and do it because there's no one. If she doesn't do it, no one will.
I'm going for the same sort.
So yeah, so it's like super tough. So when I was reading the bit about familial love and stuff, I was like, wow. It kind of reshaped the way that I feel like when I have kids, how I want to treat them and how they deserve to be treated. Because I feel like I'm African from Somalia. Our parents don't really give us autonomy as kids. They don't give us autonomy as people as we get older as well. So I was like, I can't wait to have a kid. I'm just gonna be like, go run around, go do what you want. Like, you're actually a person. Like, yes, you came from me, but you're like an extension of me. You're not mine to keep. But anyway, sorry, I have to run. I have an appointment.